Shalom, Yashrala. This is your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you, Aki, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So real quick, I'm on break real quick, but I just wanted to do this quick little lesson over this article I just happened to come across, all right? Which is showing us the times that we in and how these prophecies are starting to speed up, This is how we also are measuring the times diligently, and we're, looking at the signs that, YAHAWASHI left us, all right? So this here is from RT. It says, Goldman Sachs predicts massive 5G smartphone boom in 2020. All right, now, if you understand about this here 5G system, all right, this is going to be the system or the backbone that they're going to use with this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, all right? This new 5G grid, they're going to go to something like what they call the Internet 2.0, where they put everything on the internet, all right? You're going to have smart everything. You know how you have a smart home, smart house, smart car, smartphone, smart watch, smart everything. This is pretty much going to be it. The last thing they're going to try to connect is going to be you to the system, all right? It says, Goldman Sachs predicts massive 5G smartphone boom for 2020. It says the 5G technology boom could be explosive for smartphone makers, according to Goldman Sachs. The Wall Street Bank significantly increased its 5G smartphone estimates for next year. Goldman's analyst Rod Hall points to his supply chain research indicating much higher 5G device sales than previously expected. That's because this is the system that they're going to worldwide. All right. We're increasing our 2020 5G smartphone estimates to 120 million from 50 million as the supply chain continues to indicate much higher 5G device sales, particularly in China, than we have been forecasting, Hall said, because eventually everybody's going to wind up having to be chipped. All right. Every device, every item is going to be chipped. All right. It says he suggested that the 5G would only be available in limited parts of the world, with China's network expansion delayed due to Huawei's trade restriction. All right, basically he's trying to make it seem like it's going to be stalled out, but ultimately this is going to be a system that's going to be implemented globally. The analyst, however, noted that the manufacturing bottlenecks for 5G smartphone components are clearing up. While this is likely good for Apple, according to Hall, Huawei is expected to benefit meaningfully. We believe Huawei's ability to build 5G in our GNBS without U.S. components should help drive meaningful development in China in 2020, which supports additional Chinese 5G device sales, he said. All right, because, when you go over to China, they have that social credit system already going. That's like the test pilot place because of all the people they have over there. Surely if they can get the system going in China, they can get it going over here in America, right? Chinese tech giant Huawei, which is currently caught in a crossfire with the U.S.-China trade war, reported that its global share of telecom equipment expands to 28.1% in the first half of this year. The company remains ahead of its global rival in the 5G market, having announced 50 commercial 5G mobile network deals. All right. Just showing you how they're trying to push for this, immediately over here, pointing to 2020, All right. I'm going to grab just a couple scriptures and we're going to close out. Like I said, I'm on break real quick. It's not going to be too much of a long video, but we're going to start here in Revelation 13, verse 16. It says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. And we understand that this is the RFID chip once it's implemented inside the body, and we have plenty of videos breaking this here down of what the actual mark of the beast is, which is the RFID chip being implemented inside your body. All right. But nevertheless, when you go into this here situation that they're trying to get, it's pretty much like an authentication system. All right. Now, if you go and look at the Chinese social credit system, you'll understand that, they have a so-called social credit score. You wind up doing things that's against what the government wants, and these are small petty things, like they say, littering out of a high-rise building, smoking on trains, buying too many video games, or spending too much time playing video games. You can lower your social credit score, which could lead to you to lose your job, lose the ability to get rent or pay a mortgage, lose the ability to put your kids in school. All right, so you'll basically be an outcast of this here system. All right. And if you don't have this here chip, you're still going to be an outcast of the system. You're not going to be able to participate, and they're giving all kind of incentives, discounts, and free this and free that if you want to take in this here system. All right. But I'm going to go from there to This is Job 5 and verse 12. It says, he disappointed the device of the crafty so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise. All right. Now, what is the enterprise they want to create? It's this one world order. You know, they want to chip everybody. You know, basically be able to let me grab a precept. It's Isaiah 14 and 14. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So basically, you know, what Esau wants to do is pretty much basically be like the Most High, know everything about you, know where you're going, all your vital signs and everything about you. And you know how they have these pedometers, sleep rhythms, and all these different things that you can use with your smartphone right now, what they call biometrics, measurements of your body, certain things, you know. But nevertheless, Esau wants to be able to monitor this, control this, see what your thoughts are, what you're thinking, where you're going, where you've been, track, you know, all your movements and everything like that, your spending habits, your accounts and everything, you know. But it says that this is Job 5 and 12 again. He says he disappointed the device of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And again, their enterprise is to become like the Most High by tracking and monitoring everybody with this RFID chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast. It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Why? Because ultimately this is going to be the snare for him, is this RFID chip, man. All right, because once he tries to implement this, this is pretty much going to come crashing down on him. All right, let me grab that in the book of Job. Job 20. Well, Job 20. I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore, he shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because ultimately, Esau has taken all the resources of the planet Earth and has dominated the planet Earth. And ultimately, we know, according to prophecy, that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. And the gates are going to be open continuously for the heathen to be bringing, you know, basically all the resources. All right. So, you know, he labored to basically conquer the whole world, but he's going to pretty much wind up vomiting it all up. Verse 19, because he oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away a house which he builded not. All right. Over here in America, you know, and the rest of the planet, you know, he's winding up conquering and taking over all these different land masses that it's not even his own country, you know. He's neither satisfied nor keepeth at home, you know. Verse 20, because he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. He shall rain it upon him while he is eaten. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right, this is going into the nukes. So basically, we can understand, according to the scriptures, measuring the time diligently, according to these prophecies, all right, that when Esau is about to implement this new world order, which is the RFID chip, or the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, all right, and this 5G system, all right, this is when his whole kingdom is going to come crashing down, all right, because we just read that how the Most High is going to disappoint the device of the crafty. And what's the device? The snare. What's the trap that Esau is trying to trap everybody with? It's that RFID chip to control them. All right. But once they try to get the system implemented and they try to force everybody on this is when the end time is going to come for him. This is when his whole kingdom is going to collapse. All right. This is like, you know, going to be the start of World War III. You know, well, you can see everything, how it's all building up. You know, they're trying to, you know, they're pumping money constantly into this system because the economy is being propped up because of a collapse. All right. Which is going into an economic collapse, which they already have the money, the new system prepared, which is the RFID chip. All right. Now, they're going to try to implement the RFID chip, all right? But once they try to, you know, fully implement that whole system, this is going to, you know, be the same time when you know, Babylon the Great is going to go into World War III to basically be conquered, you know, to basically follow World War III, all right? Because we just read that the Most High says, verse 23, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. He shall rain upon him while he is eaten. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through, all right? So basically, when he's, you know, flipping this here switch on and starting up his new world order, all right, this RFID chip 5G system, all right, is going to be the end time for him. So as we can measure the time diligently, all right, and looking at all these other prophecies, we can see that close on this. We can see that basically this is the time that we've been waiting for, all right? The RFID chip is being heavily pushed, all right? The thermonuclear warfare is on the table. All right, these other nations are being roused up against Babylon the Great. Jacob is waking up. Esau is starting to get these curses to fall upon him. Everything is falling in line. All right. This is Habakkuk. We're going to close out here. Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, and Yahawah answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. All right, because why? These, people for generations, people have been talking about the mark of the beast and things like that, but now's the time where they're actually implementing it. Now's the time where it's heavily in the news and news articles, and they're talking about how they're trying to rush to get this system in place, how they're trying to get this here system up and going. And we know, like we was just reading, when he's about to fill his belly, all right, this is when the end of his kingdom is going to come. All right. So like the scripture also say, when you see these signs come to pass, look up, for your salvation is nearer than what you believe. And that's exactly the time that we're living in right now. All right. So, though the vision or the prophecies tarry, we've been waiting on these prophecies for so long. Now they actually going live. Now we're living in the midst of these things going live. All right. So I just want to touch on that real quick while I was on break. Lord willing, it was edifying into the elect. Keep watching these here prophecies, because every day, the prophecies are speaking. All right. So like we just read it one more time. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. We're at the end right now, and it's surely speaking and not lie, because it's evident. They talking about it's June and it ain't no chip or whatever, whatnot. But hey, the chip is heavily being pushed right now. So, how much more are these prophecies speaking now more than ever? All right. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry. And that's what's going on right now. It's not tarrying. It's not taking forever no more. It's actually speeding up. They're trying to rush it out now. All right. So like I said, I was just doing this real quick on break. Lord willing, the elect was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahawah Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.